In a candid interview, Maxwell Chikumbutso opened up about the origins of his groundbreaking green power machine, GPM. He revealed that the idea wasn't born out of years of scientific research or experimentation, but was instead inspired by a vision from God. According to Maxwell, he received a divine revelation that guided him to create a device capable of harnessing energy from the environment without the need for fuel or recharging.
Gift. I see visions, not when I'm sleeping, even when I'm awake like now. I can see things.
This spiritual inspiration led him to develop the Microsonic energy device, MSED, the core technology behind the GPM. He describes the GPM as a gift from God, designed to provide clean, sustainable energy to the world. While Maxwell's story is deeply personal and inspiring, it also raises questions. Can divine inspiration alone lead to scientific breakthroughs? Or does it take more than faith to create a technology that defies conventional physics? What do you think? Is Maxwell's invention a result of divine guidance? Or is there more to the story? Let us know in the comments.
Gift. I see visions, not when I'm sleeping, even when I'm awake like now. I can see things. So when God gave me the vision of the green power grid machine in 2003, like I said, I saw that I was in a clinic, in a rural clinic. People were dying. Then someone in the vision told me that people are dying because there is no medication to cure. This is a curable, it is a disease that can be cured. But the medication has to be in a refrigerator. But there's no electricity. That's how the vision came. So God started to guide me through the way on how to harness radio frequencies and convert it into pure energy. A number of people, if you go on YouTube, they try to experiment, but as you know that radio frequencies, they are measured mainly in nanovolts, very little microvolts to say. Yeah. So I met people that time. I was introduced to some scientists, one of the greatest scientists I think in Zimbabwe, who was educated in the United States of America, and he told me that it was very impossible. It was not something that I would pursue. I was heartbroken that time, but I felt in my spirit God telling me that, whom do you want to listen to? Do you want to listen to me, or do you want to listen to people? So it was not making sense as far as it is concerned. When we take science and match it, it was not making sense. But I decided to follow God and to listen to him. Then we managed to overcome all the hurdles, and we are the first people in the world to have done that. Nikola Tesla, a great scientist, said something along those lines around 1902. And he later said, you know, my ideas are not of this time. Then the project was abandoned. Later on, we believe we were not privy to his designs or his patents. But we believe that maybe what he was trying to do that time, it is something that we have managed now to complete. Yeah, so it is, like I said, it came from God. Yeah, there are no two ways about it. It came from God, and it's now working. We are the first people to have done that in the world. This invention, it is a game changer. It is something that is amazing, from the way that it works and to the way that it helped to change the world. As we are talking that like there are no emissions, the machine can be indoor use, and when you see the number of houses the machine can power from a radio frequencies, it is just amazing. The one that we demonstrated on last Friday, it powers 10 houses. We're talking of about 320 amps at 50 kilowatts, 50,000 watts to say, 24/7.
I'm just really still trying to wrap my head around this, like radio frequencies to power.
Yes.
What's the conversion? What happens? How does that work?
I have invented what is called a microsonic energy device. 70% in the microsonic energy device. This is the generator. This is the device that harness radio frequency and convert it into direct pure energy. 70% of the components there are tailor-made, are under my name, I'm the person who have designed them according to what I've seen in the spirit and the calculations that I've done. So the excitement that is caused when they are exposed to a radio frequency, those materials, those components materials, the excitement causes them to generate energy. So when energy is generated, it goes to what we call a down converter. The down converter then put it into the DC controller. That process is done with a microcontroller, though it's technical, but I just want people to understand. So from the DC controller, the current now is sent to the inverter, where it is changed into AC current. So when you talk of the frequency of the machine and the voltage of the machine, it is carefully controlled with the computer, the microcontroller. So it is just amazing, because the whole machine, what it does, it is very intelligent. We have combined artificial intelligence, we have combined computer science to make the machine very smart. Yeah, everyone is aware of that. We have got some serious issues that we're facing as far as energy is concerned, like in Africa. Africa, it is called a dark continent, not necessarily mean that because it is backward as compared to European or Western countries, but when you fly like at night, I'll give you an example, you notice that Africa, it is black. There is no energy at all. When you are just entering the American airspace or like Dubai, whatever, you see that there's a lot of energy. So because of that, Africa is behind. Mining, there is no energy. Agriculture, there is no energy. So the machine is trying to help in such a way. Apart from when you compare it with the solar panels or the fossil fuel powered generators, you see that the machine, it is just amazing. It has got no downtime as far as weather is concerned, like other solutions, green energy solutions, is solar or wind. It runs 24/7 because we're using a radio frequency. A radio frequency is there 24/7. So we don't have rain season, we don't have winter, we don't have night time. We are just running the machine. So, and above all, the machine, it is portable. If you see it, that's how a lot of people see the amazement. Because when you talk of science, let's go to science, energy must be directly proportional. Even when you look at the second law of energy in thermodynamics, but this machine is doing it in a different way. That's why I said in my earlier interviews, we have managed to bring out new theories. We have managed to have new formulas, equations that support the second law of energy. We are not violating it, but we are just supporting. We find a better way of doing it. Yeah. So this machine, you don't need power lines. There's a time that we did a proposal, then a feasible study for the government of Brazil. We wanted to deploy, I think it was a 50 megawatt, but their vision was by 2023 to deploy about 6 gigawatts of energy. I think about 70% of the budget was going through transmission lines. 30% was going through generation side. So you can see that our machine is a solution, because we can just take it. We don't need power lines. For example, the half a megawatt, it is like a local grid. We can just take it, let's say to Chenambuya. We deploy it there, then we put a local line, a low voltage line, which is very cheaper and easy to maintain. People, they have got energy there. Unlike to have energy at a central point. When that central point, it is down, then the whole country is affected. But we can deploy energy where it is needed. Right now, banks can have ATMs in rural areas because the major challenge is energy. So we can take the machine into a rural place, then we can deploy it. A bank can come and put an ATM at a store. The store owner is banking money in the ATM, and the whole community is benefiting. So you can see that the application of the machine, it is just an outright winner. It has got so many solutions. When we talk of agriculture, you can just take it to the farm. You don't need any power lines that you can put, only a local grid to say. Yeah, so the technology helps a lot.
All right.